Okay, traders. I'll be sticking to short videos today. I have promised myself that. 20-minute long videos. I mean, that's like a lecture. I mean, why would you not go to a fucking university to study and attend those lectures, right? Rather than just simply figuring out where the price action wants to go. So let's keep this simple and very precise. Now, Synthetix Network Token for you guys. This is going to be an update video on the previous, and I'm going to be following up with whatever analysis I did on the previous one. So not much. Okay, not much to talk about on the higher time frames because this is a simple trend on mode, and as far as we are maintaining $15 to the upside now, $15 also being a pretty far-fetched thing right now, being a 50% distance from the current price point, and to the downside this is going to be somewhere around 30%. Yep. So now $15 being an extremely far-fetched place to be at right now. Most of the analysis that I'm going to be talking about is going to be small time frames, because as far as you maintaining anything above $15 on 3-day closure, Synthetix is good. Synthetix is going to be holding on to some good bull market expectations, I feel, right? So $15 risk management on the higher time frames, right? This one right here. Okay, let's just simply jump onto the daily time frame. Now daily is a series of rejection. I'm certainly not looking good, but we could certainly engulf in one single go, something like this. Like we had a lot of bearish candle on daily, but we got engulfed by one single candle to the upside, and well, the trend was back on again. So what do we have here? We have the immediate risk management point here as well. So you could simply start arguing that this week right here could have been a good liquidity entering point for most of the players who are looking at Synthetix to be bought in some cheaper levels. I see right here, one of them being 21.250 to 20.8. So let's just say that if we are closing candles above the 21.25, we are fine on Synthetix. It's going to be holding fine. Well, in fact, I mean, coming off of the tops, we are actually down 26%. This could be an opportunity. BTC is breaking above 50,000. It's want to be closing daily candles above it. So Synthetix right here could be a good opportunity on the daily time frame, on the daily 21 simple moving average. So watch this closely, because I think that you could consider $21 being a good opportunity for Synthetix to be picked up. Now you want to be looking at opening and close. So if we close at a daily candle below the 21 simple moving average, that does not mean immediate death and destruction. That means that we want to be looking at the preceding candle also closing below it. All right, so now you will have open and close below the 21 simple moving average. Then you can talk about downside targets all the way at $15, right? Basically, you lose the $21 region on opening and closing basis on daily schedule. You come back towards $15. So manage your risk on that. But right now, this one looking like an opportunity to be picked up right here around 21, and the risk reward opportunity simply pointed towards the upside more. In fact, let's just jump onto the 12-hour time frame now. 12-hour has also been a replica of the daily time frame, series of rejections, but on not much volume right here, to be honest. I mean, you want to see an outlier like this, something like this, for the downside. So downside volume kind of depleting. So if the price action comes down, the volume comes down as well. That's going to be considered as a reaccumulation to consolidation phase more than a rejection coming off of the top. But for the time being, yep, you got to be cautious on Synthetix. No doubt about it. You want to be holding 21. Just keep a close eye on this level right here. And let's just jump onto the 4-hour time frame. Let's see if we have anything different. Do we? Well, the strength kind of declining, kind of depleting. So now this could be interesting. Losing 20 again. Losing 21 could mean significant down moves to $15 all the way. But on the upside right here, now this one looking like a pretty distributive pattern, pretty neat distribution going on of the tops. This one being rejected around 29 USD. Well, but the 29 USD target being hit, pretty amazing to see that in a pretty short time, in fact. So watch for this one to hold on 4-hour time frame as well. If you're looking at 4-hour closures below this level, you're going to be coming back and test. We'll be testing 18.99. Ultimately, we want to be seeing if we have any strength on the 200 simple moving average in the 4-hour time frame. If we do not find any strength, if we don't see any buying happening on these levels, then unfortunately Synthetix is going to be at 15. Step by step, everything is going to be step by step. Nothing is going to be like far-fetched. Nothing is going to be happening immediately. Nothing is going to happen the next freaking hour. All right, so calm the fuck down. I don't know why I said that. Just pardon my ramble, man. I mean, just ADHD, ADHD stuff, you know. Well, I think I'm a perfectly fine human being. It's just too. I just lost the chain of my thoughts. Now this is my problem. I get lost in rambling, and you guys get probably bored about these things. So let's just stick to facts right here. Synthetix on the extremely intraday time frames, making a wedge right here. Now this pattern, if it breaks to the upside right here, yep, you could simply go on and retest the $26 region on intraday schedule as well. Now this one being a good trade. In fact, I mean, who am I kidding? A move from $23 to $26, a 15% move to the upside. Pretty interesting to look at, but let this kind of pattern just formulate itself. Like, we can be rejecting out of this zone right here, and we can come back here at 21 to get collected, get picked up, coming off of this liquid point right here, and then we can attempt any move to the upside for this particular wedge on the extreme small time frames. Now I don't like trading these time frames because you can't just, it's a simple random walk in the park. The price can do anything. Price can just like the price can do something, okay, not backwards, but yeah, something like this. It's just freaking random walk in the park. That's why you want to be focused on these kind of points in these random walks in the park, because that's going to diverge you out of the way, and that's going to change your direction completely onto the different side. Well, this one being another ramble, but I hope you get the point right here for Synthetix on the extreme small time frames right here. A wedge being formulated, the top being 26.7 and the bottom most part being the 21.275. Most likely this one gets picked up from these liquid zones right here. If you're able to manage your risk properly, then certainly, yep, you're going to be fine with it. Now Synthetix on KuCoin for the extreme long time frame analysis, 3-day, let's simply go to the weekly. Let's see how the weekly is holding up on those levels. Okay, on my last video I was kind of talking about how this can actually be one of the key breakout points coming on Synthetix. Few candles opening and closing above this area of resistance, of dynamic resistance. Now this one could have been a retest out of this one, like a breakout retest. Now if we are closing this weekly candle, which is going to happen in the next 4 days, if we're closing something like this, then certainly yes, you can kind of confirm this one as a, well, $60 Synthetix, $60 to $100 Synthetix. Yep. Because why the fuck not? We are in trending mode. Don't be afraid of these trends. Like, when you are seeing trends like this, you get into it. All right, you do not want to be waiting in the sidelines when the market is moving like this. Now you can simply get out of the market if you see some crazy points being invalidated. Now for this one being around 21, now this KuCoin kind of had a little broader wick to the downside of the weekly, but on Binance and all, you just had a simple wick to the $21 regions. That being validated, that we can talk about weekly 21 being retested, and that's again a very far-fetched thing. That's like $10 Synthetix. I don't think that's going to happen in the immediate term. Bitcoin has to break below 40,000, 30,000, then we can talk about Synthetix at $10. For the time being, yep, it's trend on mode. This one being collected from this point. Synthetix looking good. Weekly has started actually to kind of okay, well, let's just try to determine this out. So let's just see what history tells us. Right here we had the RSI around 80, and then we started slipping to the downside. We consolidated. This one was a simple consolidation. Now remember, this came back to the support and retested the 60 on the RSI, and then simply went on for another multiple in the value growth. For this one being a clear-cut rejection, like a head and shoulder kind of formulation right here on the weekly schedule, means bearishness. All right, so until we are formulating some head and shoulders like this or something like this as well, to be honest, then we can talk about the retest of the 21 simple on the weekly schedule. So let me just simply demarcate this one. What I mean by head and shoulder on the RSI is something like this right here. Okay, keep a close eye on these things. Like, okay, I'm sitting here giving you away my edge as a trader for free, guys. Just hit that subscribe, hit that like, and just keep on following up with the Cryptoducator. I'm gonna make it my personal job to make you guys good goddamn traders. All right, so just stick to the channel. Just let's focus on growing this community. Let's make this community extremely sophisticated. Okay, we're not fucking moon boys. We don't want to look at markets in those kind of angles. We are gonna be looking market in a pretty level-headed fashion. All right, all the freaking time. Not gonna be moon boying. Well, I do moon boy most of the times because the market kind of trends to like kind of trends in such motion, and it's perfectly fine to be moon boy when most of the indicators are going to be to the upside. But as traders, we are constantly defining our risk management points as well. Now that is which is going to be separating us out. Okay, so this is what you're seeing. This is what one of the risk management points looks like on the RSI on bigger higher time frame schedules. This one rejecting down, you come back for a crazy move after the breakdown for a 73% downside right here. For this breakout, you come down around 50 to 60%. Now you could argue that you are formulating a head and shoulders right here. Are you or are you not? You could be. It's just too soon to say this. Like, maybe this is just the left shoulder and the maniac leg is just about to come on Synthetix. Could be. Watch this level to hold. Watch this hidden bullish divergence to actually start happening. So you want to see this candle close above the support. You don't want to see the weekly candle close below $20 regions. That could mean that we are certainly losing momentum on Synthetix. So now it is important to look at things both way around. It's just bad to be a blind bull, right? Because you might end up losing most of the gains that you've made holding anything. All right, so currently you're losing the 60 on the daily time frame. Now if we start closing a few more candles like this below the 21 simple moving average, to be honest with you, I think we could simply lose out on the 60 on the daily time frame. Now 60 RSI on daily is basically your trend bearer, is basically your flag that is held up high in the skies for you to be telling of the fact that the asset is on trend mode. So this one losing 60 would not mean good, but last time we lost it, we just simply regained it by having a good bear trap right here. Now this, you could argue that this happened right here, but you basically don't want to lose 21. Now again, everything pointing towards one single fact: 21 to $20.8 region being a significant area of risk management. And if you lose that, then you could look at some certain price action to the downside. Well, I think the last one being Synthetix again, Ethereum. I don't want to check on Synthetix against Bitcoin because it's completely pointless. I feel it's all season whatnot. Anyway, so is Synthetix strengthened again Ethereum? We don't have much history here. What did I just open? Let's go for KuCoin. Okay, this one being, this could be argued upon the fact that you having a diagonal trending support line. You could come back and retest the 200 simple moving average on the daily time frame. Now remember, Synthetix against Ethereum is trending above the 200 daily simple moving average with a golden cross. This area being the reaccumulation phase of this entire macro bull structure right here. So Synthetix certainly strong against Ethereum as well. If you're holding this daily time frame closes above the 200 simple moving average, basically this level as well, 0.01 Ethereum for Synthetix, then you're probably good. And most likely you're going to be trending to the upside on all the other pairs, the BTC and the USD pair as well. But let's just see if the retest for this point right here gets picked back up and this support stays to be true one more time. If that happens, then yep, Synthetix is going to be strengthful in the coming days against Ethereum as well. So yep, keep an eye on Synthetix against Ethereum too. Well, I think guys, this was a pretty comprehensive outlook. I promise you guys this is going to be a 5-minute long video. I tried speaking as fast as possible. So let me know if you still need that 1.25x or 1.5x speed for the video playback, and I'll practice more then. Anyway, in fact, the Synthetix being one of the strong players, I think I'm done with the analysis right here. I'm gonna catch you guys with Synthetix in the next week. All right, until then, happy trading. Bye for now.